Hi guys, it's Mom of Taj here from TajThings.com, and today we will be going over 5 ways to help avoid mommy burnout. Yes, mommy burnout is very real and it's something that you can absolutely avoid. Now, before we get into the video, we want you guys to thumbs up the video. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel as well as share it. Share it with as many moms as you can so that you can, help all the moms out there. We all want to build a community that's safe and trustworthy, and we all want to share valuable information that's useful, right? And it's useful to people who actually need it. So if you are a mom or if you know a mom who is experiencing mommy burnout, make sure that you stay tuned. If you've subscribed to the channel, then you know that we are a blog or all things motherhood. And so what we've been doing over when we first started blogging was heavily focused on self-care, right? Because self-care is very important, and it's one of the things that us as moms, we don't seem to take serious because we don't really know the importance of it. We don't really think that we have time. And the lack thereof oftentimes leads to us having mommy burnout because we're putting everyone else's need before our own. We're taking care of kids. We're taking care of our spouses. We're going to work. We're doing all these things and we're not filling our cup up. So a lot of times it spills over into mommy burnout, and it makes you feel unsupported. It makes you feel sometimes frustrated with your kids. And we want to go ahead and avoid all that if possible, and kind of give you guys tips and ways to rejuvenate yourself and to pour back into your own lives and kind of consider your needs a little bit more, and give you ideas of things that you can do to kind of relax, recharge, refresh. On our site, we list 15 different ways that you can avoid mom burnout. Today on our vlog, we're only going to go over 5. For the other 10, we want you guys to make sure that you go over to TajThings.com and check it out. They're super easy to do, but we just want to kind of remind you guys to do them because a lot of times we know what to do, but we just need that reminder and that constant reassurance that it's okay for us to do it. And so I'm giving you the information, and I'm also giving you the permission to take the time you need, sis. Because it's super important. In order to be a better mom, in order to be the best mom that you can be, then you have to really take the time that you need. Before we get into those things, I do want to share some experience with you guys with mommy burnout that I've experienced myself. With mommy burnout, I haven't been to the extent of having like those explosive moments, but I have experienced mommy burnout, and it causes me to get frustrated. It causes me to be short-tempered, and it's something that honestly is something that I always cause on myself because I'm just the type that wants to go and just do it so that it can hurry up and get done. And that's not always the best way to operate. I'm very routine oriented when it comes to handling kids because that was the best way for me to be a better mom. That has caused me to kind of overexert myself into a lot of the routines that I had established because a lot of times I want it done. Not only do I want it done, but I want it done my way, right? It's super, super frustrating, honestly, because it can be avoided if you just take the time to give yourself the relief that you need. And so we're going to talk about it. That's my experience. If you guys have experienced mom burnout, let us know down in the comment. Like, how did you know that you were experiencing mom burnout? What did it feel like? And how did you recover, if you recovered? Or some of the other tips that you may want to leave in the comment area. Make sure that you leave them. Also, like I said, I'm going to leave the link in the bio so that you can go to our blog and read more about it. Also, with our blog, there are pinnable graphics that you can also pin to your Pinterest page. And by pinning them to your Pinterest page, it kind of, it's almost like a saver. So it allows you to pin it, and then you can, it allows you to basically share it with those who need to see it. But it'll also be there for you to go back to later. So that's the tip. Make sure that you do that as well for all of the graphics that we have, because we do take a lot of time to create those resources for you guys, just to give you those reminders and those refreshers just for you. Without any further ado, we're going to go over 5 easy and simple ways for you to avoid mom burnout. 1, get some sleep. That sounds much easier said than done, but really it is. Mom burnout is a matter of a lot of time being overexerted, being exhausted, and just not feeling like you have enough rest. And that's something that you need in order to be present with your kids, because if you're tired, you're not doing things to the best of your ability. And there's ways that you can obviously kind of get more rest by setting schedules, by taking your breaks, if you have that kind of help around your home. But that's a super simple, easy way to avoid mind burnout, is making sure that you get rest. If you have someone that you trust in your life and they're watching your kids and they're giving you the opportunity to sleep, take some sleep aid, some melatonin, or take some chamomile tea, take a bath with lavender, things like that. Is super simple ways to help you get a good night's rest, because a lot of times our minds just go, and it doesn't stop. Just the honest truth of it. If you're not a fan of taking anything internally, there's also like sleep sprays. That's something to kind of help you relax and get some more sleep. Super simple, super easy, but the thing is you have to do it, because there's no way that you can survive without sleep. It's going to get to a point to where like you are literally, like your body's going to force you to do it eventually if you don't stop and get some rest. So take the time you need to make sure that you're getting quality sleep. Sometimes that may also mean a co-sleep. For some people it doesn't work, but for some people it absolutely works, because that leaves their baby from breaking their rest, coming into their room and allowing them to sleep in the bed with themselves, with the parent or parents. And if you have the space to do it and it's something that you're not against, then do what works for you. There's no right or wrong answer for what works for your family, because again, you can't walk around exhausted all day. Your body will force you to eventually get the rest and the sleep that you need, and you want to avoid it being during a time when you're operating a vehicle, or a time when you have your kids in your arm or something like that and you're just falling asleep. So get some rest, get some rest, get some rest. Number 2, take breaks. So I know that our lives are super busy and we have a lot of things going on, but whenever you are doing these tasks, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's running kids from game to game, practice to practice, make sure that you take a break. Take the time you need to breathe. Make sure that you're having just like a required work break. Have that same kind of break while you're at home, or while in between have that same type of break in between your tasks, because it allows you to not feel like a robotic machine, and it gives you the opportunity to gather your thoughts, right? So you want to be able to take breaks often. Don't try to do what everyone else is doing. Don't be fooled by Instagram and TikTok, because again, I make those videos, so I know there's a certain portrayal that there's these perfect moms who live in these perfect organized world, but things are not always as it seems, and they're not like that 100% of the time. In order for you to, especially when you have kids and kids that run all over and that's highly active, it's impossible to maintain. So you have to be able to, again, implement some type of schedule in your life that allows you to pick up, that gives you, that you have designated time to do these things. And in between those times, you're going to give yourself breaks, whether that's to take a nap, whether that's to catch up on your TV shows, whether it's to, read a book, whatever it is that you need. But you do need to dedicate time for yourself, take breaks, so that you're not overworked and feeling you're not overworked and feeling overexerted. Number 3, be social. Okay, so that kind of is a no-brainer, right? It's simple and easy. If you have some friends, schedule a date with them to go out and get cocktails, or you can schedule a date night with your spouse or with your significant other. Be social with people at work. Do things outside of being a mom, because being a mom is going to be your job until death, right? So be social and get your life back. Do the things that you want to do, that you like doing, with people who are your own age, who have other interests outside of being a mom, being a wife, being, what you feel like you may be trapped and consumed in all the time. Whenever you're social, you're giving yourself the release, and the release to say it's okay for me to be me, because you were you before you had kids. Four is set boundaries. Yes, set boundaries. That means say no when you want to say no. And that becomes really important, because a lot of times, if you're a person like me, especially, you're a people pleaser. I'm very much a people pleaser, and it's sometimes hard for me to say no. But whenever you start prioritizing yourself and your needs, you find it to become a little bit more easier. You've put yourself on the map, and now you don't have as much time as you thought you once did, because now you're on the schedule. So tell people no whenever you cannot do things. That sometimes also requires you to have schedules, because you need to know what is a priority and what isn't. So of course, things like taking care of your kids, making sure that dinner is prepared, making sure that your items are prepared for work, things like that. Some of those things are priorities. So you're not going to neglect that and say no, but you're going to say no to those people who are always asking you for something. You're going to say no to making yourself obligated to do something that, one, you probably don't want to do anyway, and two, there's no need for you to do. Sometimes people are so accustomed to us saying yes that you're just the go-to person, because they know that they're going to get a yes out of you. But not today, because you're going to start setting boundaries, and that is an easy way to avoid mommy burnout. Number 5, the last way to avoid mommy burnout is going to be accepting help. Now, that very much is going to be something that I need to do more of, and that's something that I have been doing more of, is accepting help, giving people the ability to just help you, not in the way that you want it done, but in the way that it can get done, be satisfying, and ultimately the task is complete. But that is one of my worst traits is not accepting help. I can help everybody in the world if I could and if I wanted to, but when it comes to me, I don't necessarily like help. I don't like handouts. I don't like to feel like I'm imposing myself onto others. However, whenever you need a break, that's going to be the best way to take it, to get it, is by accepting help from those who love you, those who know that you deserve it. We just have to, one, recognize or be able to acknowledge the help and receive the help, but also to know that you cannot do everything. We want to be super mom, and for some people it may be possible. It just depends on what your definition of the super mom is. But it's not necessary, because guess what? At the end of the day, your kids need you, they want you, and you just have to find the best means to get things done. And if that means someone else helping you to avoid mom burnout, then accept the help, sis. Honestly, it's going to be the best thing that you could do for yourself. It's going to be the best thing that you can do for your family. Make sure that you head over to tajthings.com to review our full list. Don't forget to subscribe with us. Make sure that you turn on your notification bell so that you can know when we post another video. Again, our goal is to build a community with moms who are free to talk about motherhood, ask questions about motherhood, and live better lives for ourselves, so that we can be better moms, better wives, better partners, better community for our friends. That's going to be it. See you guys next time. Ciao for now. Mwah.